They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Watson. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up 4th.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It's taken to the 26.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
Now Hall to start the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Jets.
Now Rodgers. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd and 1 from the 2. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
Touchdown, Jets. C.J. Uzomah. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Jets put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either. And it's 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Browns drive about to get started.
And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later, hey, it's game day again. But I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
No, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind, before you play your next game.
And Chubb going to push forward and pick up a Browns first down as he'll get this up past the 40.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Watson off play action. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
On play action, Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Gano for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Give up the middle, stays on his feet, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
A gain of 12. First down, New York.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well,
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook.
Touchdown! Breece Hall, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Jets take a 3-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And again, it's Chubb. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now 3rd down and 7. To throw is Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Now Watson going to get this into the hands of Chubb.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watson changing the play.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw is Watson. Throwing on 1st down. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up
Off of play action, it's Watson. Out to his left.
Bell brings it in across the formation.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. From the red zone now, Watson.
Right back to Bell, and it's caught once again.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2nd and 7.
Now it's Watson. And he's got it.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Chubb will score. Touchdown, Cleveland. Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game their toughest test yet?
I absolutely do, because to me this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
On play action, now Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it's second down.
On the counter, it's Hall.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Now they'll change things around before the snap.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down.
He dumps this one off here to Hall. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a play fake. Rodgers.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. They set up the screen to Chubb. Shoves him aside. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Big yardage there for the Browns. 18.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Watson.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On 1st down, Watson.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Jets will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions.
There he goes, right side. A big play there. just before halftime. 41 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Wide open receiver complete. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a gain of 35. First down, New York.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Browns are going to get the football here as the ball recovered to the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First down, New York.
They'll go again with Hall. And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is surprising for this full partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. To throw, it's Rodgers.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can now afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Back to throw, Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6.
Here's Watson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Chubb will get the call, running left. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 84 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Going quickly out wide to Moore. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now they're in the hurry up. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 35.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Shoves him away. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. They run it again with Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
And he's in. Touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit.
For as good as Nick Chubb is in the open field, he's every bit as good when they line him up down near the goal line. He's a speed back between the 20s, but a power back down close, and he forces his way into the end zone.
Watson and that Browns offense going to stay out there, and they'll go for 2.
And now here's another interception.
So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
and probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink over. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring out the third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
137 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. That's out to Chubb, complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th.
In motion, there goes Bell.
Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
Got it to Bell on the out route.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Watson now to throw.
Is caught out left by Bell.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Watson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
They give to Chubb out of the gun. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
And not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
And my goodness, another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Rodgers directing traffic, going to change the play. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. Throwing now is Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41.
Hall on a give up the middle.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Now it's Rodgers. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
A 60-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10.
Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. He hits more. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. On first down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's Watson. And now here's another interception. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
On second down, a run with Hall.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The offense on third down tonight? They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Rodgers.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by DJ Reed.
No score zone right here. No score zone.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And we'll see if the defense wants to stop it as they take the knee.
Second and 16. Straight ahead is Hall.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my